New Year and welcome to New Moon Manifesting. My name is Jana Grosskost. I'm a metaphysical teacher and a healer, and we are live on Zoom today. I got so frustrated with free conferencing. I've been using them for over 10 years since I started New Moon, and they upgraded their system 3 months ago. And ever since they upgraded it, I have been so frustrated with their system that I decided and opted to go to video, which I've wanted to do. So I just feel that's the universe's little kick out of the nest to say, hey girl, you need to actually get on a video conferencing with everybody. So I want to welcome all of you and thank you for being here. It is the Capricorn new moon that's actually taking place tonight at 8:29 p.m. Eastern time, so 5:29, so not that far away from right now. And this is a great time of setting new goals, new intentions, all that good stuff. So let me set up here with screen share, because one of the reasons that I wanted to do this on video is I had so many people asking about how to view their chart. I'm a very visual person, so I have to see things as well as to hear it for me to kind of get it, right? So I do so many webinars and other presentations that I thought New Moon is going to be a great time, and especially with the Capricorn. We are walking into our 11th year of doing New Moon Manifesting. The first one that I did was on the 26th of December. So it was a Capricorn New Moon in 2008. So I'm very excited to be walking into my 11th year with this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the new moon, some other astrological influences, some other elements that I like integrating with the new moon, as well as just helping to stay on track, right? Because we always set great intentions, but how do we stay on track with all of them? And that's my focus with this whole program, is to help people really achieve their goals and operate out of their genius zone. And I'm going to talk about a new program. I guess it's not a new program, but we're just enhancing it this year to really support you and honor your divinity by helping you master your genius zone. So let's start, first of all, by welcoming any new people. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years, and I love helping people understand the lunar cycles because they influence our emotions. And our emotions influence our ability to actually manifest because it affects our vibration. So the more we can learn how to manage our personal vibe, the easier it will actually be for us to manifest our goals and dreams. So let's talk specifically about the Capricorn new moon. This is also a partial solar eclipse. So what that means is that the south node of the moon is in Capricorn and the north node is going to be in Cancer. So it's going to intensify this Capricorn new moon. Plus we have 5 planets in Capricorn. So there is a lot that is taking place that's really influencing us. Capricorn relates to really up-leveling our life. It's about self-mastery. It's about inner authority. This is about your material possessions, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But let's start with the first 5 planets that are in Capricorn right now. So of course we have the sun and moon, because the sun and moon have to be in the same sign for it to be an actual new moon. So the sun is going to be that outward expression and the moon is going to be the inward expression. So because the sun and moon are in the same astrology sign, it's usually a less emotional time than the full moon when the sun is in one house and the moon is opposite, where you've got that polarity that's pulling you in different directions. So sun and moon, same house, same house, same sign. We also have Pluto. Pluto has been in Capricorn for quite a while. This is about creative destruction, right? Like we have to break something down before we can build something new. And Capricorn is about creating a new foundation, a new home base. So this is going to be a really good time to identify some of those themes that are taking place in your life. Saturn is also in Capricorn. There's a restructuring that's taking place. Saturn creates limitations. It helps us see those limitations. So if there are specific elements of your life related to perceived limitations, or maybe you're breaking through those limitations, this Capricorn new moon is really going to support you with that. We also have Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication. It's about new ideas, inspiration, It's about getting yourself out there, communicating a different message, being social, interacting on social media. Those types of elements are all related to Mercury. So anything that is coming up related to communication, just take note of it. And this is, again, going to be a big influence in your life for the next 18 months. As I mentioned, the South Node is in Capricorn, and this is our collective past. So these are still issues that we're healing from, any karmic related issues, those types of things, so that we have to clear out the past. You know, you got to clear out the closet before you can prepare for something new. So just take note of what's really taking place for you and really honor whatever that is. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a time of a new foundation. And we're going to have this eclipse season is going to be between Capricorn and Cancer. So we've got this solar eclipse taking place now, and then there'll be another eclipse in the summer, in July, I believe, or June. But when we're in this dynamic between Capricorn setting the new foundation and our outward expression of what we want to be, Cancer is going to be the inward part. So think of divine masculine is the Capricorn archetype, divine feminine is the Cancer. So we've got this dance that's going to be taking place for about the next 18 months. So I want you to take note of themes that are coming up for you and really identify what elements are transitioning. If you're the observer of what's taking place in your life and around your life, you'll be much easier able to navigate what's taking place versus being frustrated and maybe trying to control it. Capricorn is the master teacher. So think about what you've mastered in your life to this point and where you want to go to the next step. This is our personal mastery and really supporting us in moving to that new level. As we're moving with this new foundation, there's going to be new rules to follow, right? So Capricorn sets up these rules and boundaries and limitations, but we have to have something new to get different results. So areas of highlight for this Capricorn new moon. First of all, your structure, your foundation, this is all related to your personal life and looking at your definition of reality, because our reality can be skewed it is skewed based on our personal experiences in life. So sometimes we have to remove the lens or rotate the lens a little bit. And as we start seeing our life from a different perspective, then our reality, our definition of reality begins to change. This also relates to your inner authority. Where have you given your power away? This new moon is going to support you in identifying those areas, who you're giving your power away to, and how you can pull that back into yourself. In fact, this morning I did a simple little ritual where somebody popped in my head that I didn't really want to think about anymore. And so I just asked my guides to push all their energy back to them, and any energy that I had focused on them, that I pulled all of my energy back into me. And in doing it, I just created this energetic barrier, this separation between the two of us, so that I'm no longer intertwined with their energy, because we're constantly interacting with other people, right? So we need to do something to energetically sever those connections. And we have the power of our mind to help us in doing that. Now, another area of highlight is your personal responsibility. Where are you taking responsibility for your life? Where are you diverting responsibility or blaming other people? This is really about identifying those areas and claiming whatever responsibility you can. The more responsibility you take for whatever's taking place around you, even if it does look like it's somebody else that's doing it, somehow energetically you're contributing to it. By taking that responsibility back, you're going to shift the vibe between you and other people. Another big part of this energy with Capricorn is your purpose. So Sagittarius helped us in seeing our truth. Now Capricorn is helping us in really living our purpose and identifying what that purpose is. And then when we move into the Aquarius energy, it's about putting it into action and sharing those gifts and talents with the world. So take note of, maybe there were some highlights with the Sagittarius energy that helped you see yourself in a different dimension. And now you're seeing what your purpose and passion is. The next part of Capricorn is the test, right? because we are always tested when we are moving into something that's new and very dynamic. The universe wants to know, are you serious? Are you going to follow this path? There are going to be elements of doubt. You're going to have doubt within you. And as you're projecting that doubt, there's going to be opportunities to receive information that substantiates that doubt. So recognize that these are tests, and it's important for you to discern the truth by connecting with your higher self and asking, you know, is this just coming to me out of fear? Is there something I need to reconnect with or realign with so that I'm more aligned with what my true purpose is? By asking those key questions, you'll be guided and directed on the path that you need to go. And then the final area with Capricorn is really your career and reputation. So again, my focus this year with all of my coaching clients and the program that I'm offering called Good Vibe Energy Tribe is about tying into your life's purpose. And we want your career to be aligned with that, right? Because it's a lot more fun to do work that you love and feel valued for. So I really want you to tie into that and find a way to support yourself in that capacity. So I wanted to pull a chart up today. I hope this looks familiar, Rachel. So when I always talk about where your chart is and what house this new moon is falling in. So this is the sign of Capricorn right here, this little O with kind of a little, I don't know, a little V over it, right? So this is Capricorn for this person. This is taking place, this is her rising sign. And so this is actually splitting between two houses. So part of her house part of Capricorn is in her 12th house, and part of Capricorn is in her first house. And then these inner planets are all the planets that were located when she was born. And then these planets on the outer ring are what are called the transiting planets. So this is where the planets are today, because I pulled the chart with transits for today. So we've got the moon here, we've got the sun over here, both in Capricorn. As you can see, they're in different houses. And then we also have, here's Mercury right here, here's Pluto right here, and here's Saturn. Now, here's the houses on the inner ring. So we've got the 12th house is where her moon is. So this is about deep emotional type issues. So she could be quite emotional with this new moon. And then we've got her first house, which is actually where the sun is. And the sun represents how we present ourselves into the world. And the first house also relates to that. So this is really about an up-leveling for her related specifically to how do I want to present myself into the world this year? And setting her intentions related to that will help her in really manifesting more, especially through this 18-month cycle. Like I said, we've got this eclipse season that's going to be going back and forth between Capricorn and Cancer. So Cancer is going to be over here. Capricorn is over here. So this access for her is going to be very, very dynamic and very active for her because it's affecting both her ascendant and her descendant signs. So, you know, if this new moon is taking place in your second house, that would be related to your money, how you value yourself, how other people value you, your home surroundings, those types of things. It may be taking place in your 7th house. 7th house would relate to relationships. It's about creating partnerships, those types of things. So I just wanted to show you a chart so that you see when I talk about finding your house, the houses are these little numbers in the middle here. And you can actually do a quick Google search. You just say something like Capricorn in first house. And there's a lot of websites that will pull up that information and show you how to look at that chart. All right, so as a part of this dynamic between Capricorn and Cancer, Capricorn wants to achieve, right? So with the new moon and the new year, this is always a great time to set new intentions, and everybody feels very motivated and inspired to get things going, right? Because that's the Capricorn energy. We want to achieve something. Now, what happens is when we move into Aquarius, this is when most people start falling off their goals. So about 3 weeks into the new year, and think about it, how many times have you dropped off of your New Year's resolutions about 3 weeks into it, right? So this typically happens because we've moved out of Capricorn and we're now into Aquarius. The opposite side of that is Cancer is helping us find something that's more meaningful. Capricorn wants to overcome, and Cancer helps us overcome our weaknesses. Capricorn is being responsible for things near and dear to your heart, which is the Cancer energy. The next step is Capricorn. This will help you in seeing things that maybe you couldn't see in the past. But Capricorn, think about when you go hiking, you don't see the entire trail, right? Like you're zigzagging up the mountain. All you can see is the step in front of you. And Capricorn really does support us in that capacity, that we don't need to know the entire trail. We just need to see the step in front of us. And it's really important for us to focus on that so that we can actually move forward. Capricorn helps us with restructuring and creating a new foundation and base. One last element about Capricorn is asking yourself some key questions. So Capricorn, again, is very authoritative. It's helping us mature in our lives. So look back over the past year. How have you matured emotionally, spiritually, financially? What has helped you to feel more mature and more enlivened with whatever you're doing? The next thing is, where have you given your power away and how can you reclaim that? Capricorn also relates to our material security. So what helps you feel material secure? If it's having a huge bank account, then that may or may not ever happen, right? Or if it's having a job that creates that stability. We don't have control over whether a company becomes successful or if they fail. So sometimes what happens if a company fails or closes their doors is we lose our job, and now what do we do, right? So we have to learn to tie into inner security. And that inner security is our higher self is ultimately our provider, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. The universe does not have big bank accounts. There's a flow, and the more we can be in flow, the easier it is for us to actually achieve that element of security. So true security doesn't come from you having the perfect job or the perfect bank account, the perfect house, the perfect mate. None of that matters. It ties into your security comes from your higher self. And then the last element that I wanted to mention related to Capricorn is embracing your gifts and talents, because you're here to serve a purpose. And one of the elements that I have created with our Good Vibe Energy Tribe membership is this year we are really focused on tying into your gifts so that you create a purposeful life. I want you to be living in your genius zone. I want you to be operating out of the fifth dimension. And to do this, this program offers you monthly calls similar to this, where we have group coaching and we talk about your key strengths. And we derive those key strengths from the Gallup Poll Clifton Strengths Finder assessment. And through this assessment, it gives you, there's 34 strengths. It talks about your top 5, and then we talk about your top 10. And there are specific activities that you will engage in that support you in really honoring those. So people that play to their strengths versus focusing on things that maybe they're not good at, they become more successful and more confident. I've been using this with my coaching clients for the past year, as well as myself, and have seen huge growth, both personally and professionally, by focusing on your strengths. Another element is it boosts your confidence, and there'll be other confidence boosting activities that you can participate as well. We will also have the opportunity to participate in monthly challenges. And these are challenges of your choice. So maybe you want to do yoga for 21 days, or maybe you want to drink more water for 21 days. The nice thing is it helps you in focusing on something for a short period of time to start making some quality shifts in your life. And then the last element related to our membership is we typically read a book, and we will have basically an online book club where we get to discuss this book and what we're experiencing as a result of this. If you're interested in this program, go to goodvibeenergy.com. Now, you do have to register just to get in the school, but once you're in the school, to actually join this program, you'll need to join the All Access membership, and that's $29 a month. So 2 other elements. The first thing is, what vibe do you want to be projecting this year? I want you to think about that. Is it the vibe of having more fun? Is it the vibe of being more loving or compassionate? Or maybe the vibe that you want to tie to relate specifically to adventure. So think about, you know, what you're wanting to create, what you're wanting to project. And in doing that, it becomes kind of a fun little game. I have one of my clients, we have a mantra that we say, how does life get any better than this? Right? Because it seems to, every time we say something like that or something amazing happens and we share that with each other, things actually get better. So think about the vibe that you're wanting to project this year. Daily decompression. This is absolutely vital. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, there has to be a way that you unplug from the daily, crazy, third dimensional world. Because even if we are operating in the 5th dimension, we still have to interact with other people who are in the 3rd dimension. In fact, I consider it a requirement, because if we're operating at a higher dimension, it is up to us to really support other people where they're at. And it's not easy to do when they're in the 5th dimension and when we're in the 5th dimension and they're in the 3rd, it is not always an easy thing to do. So find a way that you can decompress, that you can reconnect with your inner peacefulness, that you can maintain calmness. And as a result, you're going to broadcast that vibe out to other people. They're going to be wondering what you're doing, why you're not upset about things. But if you are able to do this, even if it's not, you can do this throughout the day, find a way to instantly pull yourself into a centered space. This will really help you in projecting that higher vibe that you're wanting to embrace this year. So let's talk quickly about numerology, and then I'm going to open up the lines to discuss, because I can see a bunch of comments. I just don't want to read them because then I'll get distracted. So numerology, 2019 is going to be the year of a 3. We have 2 plus 1 plus 9 is 12, which add those together to get a single digit is a 3. So the 3 energy, this is going to be an overall global energy for us. This supports creation, self-expression, and manifestation. If you are interested in getting your personal numerology or personal number of the year, you're going to take your birth month, your birth date, and 2019, and just add all of the digits together and then reduce it to a single digit. So this number 3 is the number of Sacred Trinity. If you think about it, is the triangle. So we're creating a very strong base. This is birth, life, and death cycle. And this number 3 is really about awakening magic within. Oh, let's talk quickly about essential oils, and then I'll open up the lines. So some of my favorite essential oils for this new moon: frankincense, frankincense, frankincense. Again, it is a very masculine energy. It helps us clear issues related to authority, especially authority issues we have outside of ourselves, right? So any issues that we may have with men, or even embracing our own divine masculine, frankincense is going to support us in healing those specific dynamics. If you're looking for essential oils that kind of take you to a higher level and open you up to your spiritual purpose, clary sage, patchouli, and sandalwood are probably 3 of my favorites to really do that. Cypress is a great energy mover. It helps move the emotions. It moves the water in your body. So if you're retaining any water, any edema, those types of things, cypress helps move the physical water through your body. And then rosemary enhances your soul searching questions. So before we even got on the call, I was talking with Peg. I don't know if she's still on, but she was making a comment on how, you know, she knows she's moving into a different dimension. She doesn't have a clue of what that really is or what her next step is. And I've heard that a lot from people lately. Like, I know I'm supposed to be doing something new and different. I just don't know what that is. And the nice thing is we don't need to know. Again, this goes back to we just need to follow that step that's right in front of us and have that leap of faith. And my favorite saying is to embrace uncertainty, right? Because we are being guided and directed, and the more we can surrender to our higher self, the easier it's going to be for us to actually receive the guidance that we need. So finalizing or just finishing up with essential oils, I'm going to talk more after this, after we go through the meditation for those that you want to stay on the call, and we'll talk about your oil of the year and anchoring, using that to anchor your word of the year, and what oils you're selecting for that. So before we do this, I want to open up. If you have background noise, you can mute yourself, but let me unmute everybody for a second. Unmute all, there we go. All right, we're off to the races. How are we doing? Questions, comments? And no, Deidre, if you have a master number, you do not need to reduce that to a single digit. You can put into the number 2 if your personal number is a master number 11, but you can, the 11 is going to be an amplified 2. So just keep that in mind. Let's see some comments. Ayana is a 3. Nice. I'm a 3 also this year. Same thing for you, Cherie. It's going to be an amplified 2, but the 11 is about a master manifesting.
I'm an 8 this year.
Other questions?
I think I'm an 8. I mean, a 5.
Me too, I'm an 8. What's an 8?
Okay, so 8's one of my favorite numbers because it's the sign of infinity turned sideways, right? So it's about manifesting prosperity and abundance and success and all of those yummy things. So it's a really stable, grounded number. That's a good thing, right?
Dan, what's the 6?
Oh.
So a 6 is going to be, now I'm going to have to pull up all my little notes.
Pants on.
Let's get out of there. Okay. Manifesting. Whoa. Okay, so 6 is your responsibility, domestic affairs, and service.
Responsibility, domestic affairs, and what?
Service.
Service, okay.
So personal number 1, this is year of new beginnings, planting seeds, and it's a very high energy. 2 is in your relationships, right? So we've got duality, you've got sensitivity and cooperation. 3 is a year of creativity, motivation, inspiration. 4, a year of discipline, opportunities, foundation, and hard work. 5 is the one I'm on. 5 is about change, especially unpredictable change. It's about personal freedom. It's about getting out of a rut. It's about having that inner push to do something different. It's about inspiration. 6, which is mentioned. 7 is a year of contemplation, self-awareness, and self-atonement. 8, a year of rewards, recognition, respect. 9 is a year of completion, release, and transformation. And then again, if you have master numbers, you would not reduce those, but they would be a heightened energy if you did reduce them.
Jen, I have one question.
Yes, Darna?
With the year being a 3, do you use your personal number to apply it to the 3, or how does it express with the year?
How does the whole thing work? So
Yeah.
I see the overall year number as being kind of the base note, right? So we're all being collectively influenced by the number 3. And then
Okay.
wherever our personal number is, you're going to want to focus on that, but just be aware that you're still going to be influenced by the number 3. Other questions, comments?
Jenna,
Yes.
I was interested in the mantra you said you use. That's so amazing.
There's actually one that I have. So the subconscious can't reason, right? So the more we can kind of play games with it, and the mantra that I say is, how does life get any better than this, right? And it always does, because now my subconscious is saying, wow, we've got to do something to kind of top what we just did. So we've got to do some amazing stuff. The other mantra that I use is, I'm aligned with everything and everyone for my highest good. And then another one that I say is, life gets sweeter and sweeter every day. Every time something amazing happens, it's like, how does life get any sweeter than this?
Great, thank you.
Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. Other questions, comments?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Rachel.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because it's a computer, it's a thing. So on the chart that you used,
Yes.
there's a line that goes from Capricorn to Cancer. How does that help or cause a challenge because they are connected and splitting?
So, because this was your chart, my dear. Sorry for the no anonymity here, right? So Capricorn is your ascendant. That's how you present yourself to the world. And the ascendant is going to be the polarity. So you have this ongoing theme between the divine masculine and feminine. So you are here to master yourself, but then you're going to be teaching that for other people as well.
It kind of fuzzed out. You said, I'm here to do what?
To master the divine masculine and feminine. And as you master that, you will turn around and teach that.
That sounds tough.
You can do it, girl. If anyone can, I know. Other questions, comments?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Jana,
Yes.
it's Peg. Hi. I'm on the phone now.
Okay, I'm like, I can see that your screen is still on.
I know. Yeah. I'm traveling here.
Got it.
Anyway, I wanted to ask, like, how does getting quiet and meditation fit into all of this? Like, I do my best as of late to meditate, but why do I resist it so when I know that it really is good for me? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, you're the only person in the world that does that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm special.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think part of it, and something you may want to, the thing that comes to mind first of all is, will something be asked of you that you don't want to know, right? Like, are you going to be asked something of your higher self that you really don't want to know? And I've been there too, where it's like, I want to do X, Y, Z, and that's not what my higher self wants me to do. So, you know, I have to surrender to really know that I'm being guided and directed on a higher level. And the more I can embrace that, then the less resistance I'm going to have. Now, there are a lot of other activities than just sitting quiet. For me, that was really hard. So I would actually do moving meditation, either through yoga or through you know, like a hiking meditation, something where I have some activity going, but I can just let my mind wander. So, you know, just because someone else can sit in meditation for hours doesn't mean that that's the right activity for you. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do it either, to sort of discipline yourself. But I'm also finding that our meditations don't have to be as long to be more effective. And I can deepen my meditation with certain essential oils or certain types of, if I'm doing certain types of breathing work, I can get into a meditative state a lot faster and for a shorter period of time, which is more effective for me because I don't have time to sit for, you know, an hour each morning or a couple hours each day. I don't have time for it. So it's really learning and asking your higher self, what is it that I need to do so that I can be more effective with my connection with my higher self?
Thank you.
That help?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Any other questions? Alrighty, we are going to go into a brief meditation to set your intention. So hold on here and mute everybody. And screen share this. I don't know where my screen went. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, so you can either do this sitting up or lying down. The first thing I want you to do is, if you look at the screen, just take your hands, your index finger and middle finger, and gently tap on your forehead. And just hold there and take a deep breath in. And just to yourself say, be here now. And exhale, release. And gently tap on the third eye again, bringing yourself into that centered place. And hold the fingers to the forehead and take a deep breath in and say, be here now. And exhale, release. And one last time, gently tapping, focusing, bringing your awareness to the third eye, and hold the fingertips to the forehead. And just imagine that your gaze is being lifted up to the third eye, and hold that intention and take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release, release your hand. And continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, breathing in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And breathe in deeply all the way down to the belly. And exhale, release. Releasing any tension that you're holding in the neck, and the shoulders, and the back. Just being very mindful of the breath, breathing in and out through the chest. Allowing the tension to melt away in the lower back, your hips, the stomach, your intestines. Just feeling it melt away like an ice cube on a hot sidewalk. You're aware of your body, feeling it, but allowing yourself to let go. And bring your awareness to your heart, feeling yourself breathe through your heart, allowing the energy to move like the sunlight dancing through your heart, radiating, expanding, filling your body with a warm glow. And imagine taking a piece of that light from within the heart and throwing it up through the crown of your head, connecting with the heavens. And it immediately flows back through the crown of your head. The energy is now amplified and it comes back into your heart. And just hold that energy, allowing yourself to connect. And bring your awareness back to the light within your heart. Taking a piece of that light and this time sending it down through the bottom of your feet into the earth, connecting with the center of the earth. And like a trampoline, it immediately reverberates, coming back up through the earth, through your feet, and into your heart, amplified, connecting you to heaven and earth. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And we're using this energy like a conveyor belt. It's moving the energy through your body, allowing you to release anything that no longer serves you, any past patterns and programs, any limitations that are holding you back, that energy is moving through your system, even up through the heavens, or it's moving down into the earth. But just see yourself letting go of anything that no longer serves you. Using the breath to keep the rotation, that energy flowing through your body. Releasing any stagnation, any resistance, any elements of you that are holding on to the past and dragging that baggage with you. Just let it go. There's no need to hold on to it. This is a time of just releasing, preparing the fields for something new, exciting, bringing your energy to a new place where you're able to hold higher frequencies for longer periods of time. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And we call in the energy of the Capricorn to support us in restructuring, allowing your body physically, emotionally, spiritually to be restructured, allowing the cells to be lifted to a higher level, releasing anything that's tying you to the past, any ancestral related issues, that we call in your ancestors to support you and encircle you at this time, that any issues that you may have related to issues that they have had, such as codependence, addiction, inability to forgive, anything else that comes to mind, just see yourself letting it go to the heavens, that the energy is rising up through you. That you're allowing yourself to just be in this moment. Completely letting go. Completely tying into your heart. Allowing yourself to breathe through your heart. And with this new moon energy, we're planting new seeds, helping you reclaim your inner authority, honoring your divinity, helping you in balancing your divine masculine and feminine energy, that there's literally a fusing taking place within your heart that's melding the divine masculine and feminine at this moment. Allowing this expansion to take place within your heart. And as this energy is expanding, it's allowing you to bring your gifts and talents forth. That is clearing away the clutter of insecurities, lack of confidence, feeling that your gifts are unvalued. And the truth is, as you're bringing in this divine masculine and feminine, it's helping you attract the resources, the people, the opportunities for you to see your value, your worth, your gifts, your purpose, and take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. And if there are specific goals that you're wanting to set with this Capricorn new moon, using this fertile heart energy, just see yourself planting these seeds within your heart. Holding this vision for your success. And the seedlings are beginning to take root below the surface. The roots are extending down into the earth where they're manifested in physical form. And the sunlight from the heavens is bathing your heart, your body, with unconditional love, supporting you on this journey of manifestation. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. As you begin to bring yourself out of this activity, bring your awareness back into your physical body, moving your fingers, your toes, physically connecting with your body. You may have specific messages or information that's come forth during this activity. As soon as possible, write it down. It's easy to forget, like a dream. And realize that you can always come back to this energy and reconnect, receiving more information and guidance and direction. Express gratitude to your higher self for supporting you in this process. And express gratitude to yourself for taking this time and honoring your divinity and taking time for your personal growth. And take one more deep cleansing breath. And as you exhale and release, go ahead and open your eyes. All right. Whew. Sorry about the phone call. I don't know why. Saturday morning, I'm getting a phone call. Whew. Wow. Anyone else have an intense experience? And I was talking the whole time. Good Lord, we need some energy today. Anything interesting that came up?
I felt a lot of energy going from my heart into my third eye.
Okay,
Into
good.
it, yeah.
Yes, I was noticing that as well. There was, I think, bringing us into that centered place with the third eye, which is where we need to process everything, right? So everything has to come through the third eye to connect us to ourselves. That makes sense. Anyone else?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, Sheree.
Yes, I found that when letting go of the fear and the, that was really powerful for me. It brought it to a different level, letting go of the insecurities and moving forward on that which I into focus. But I know that I'm getting ready to be ready to be ready, and I'm about ready, and I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm just about ready, right?
So that letting go of the fear, so I really want to do that again, you know, and again, and just until I get it. I'm really anxious to get that.
You're like, ready? So wait, I'm not ready, right? Oh my God, that was so cute.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for sharing. I love it. You know, in fact, I was talking before we got on the call. Last year, I feel, was dress rehearsal, and obviously everybody's in a different place. But for me, it was really dress rehearsal preparing for this year being something amazing. So we've been playing in the sandbox. We've been doing all this energy healing work. And the nice thing, I mean, last year was really tough with all the planets were retrograde. So from now until March 7th, Uranus goes direct. I believe it's today, either today or tomorrow. No planets will be retrograde until March 7th. None.
Wow.
So this is going to be a really important time to be aware of what's taking place around you. Notice changes that are taking place. Notice resistance that you're having to any of those changes, so that you're really tuning into what your higher self, you're being guided and directed to move. Because the less resistant you're going to be, the easier the whole process is going to be. So just recognize that we've got this basic 2-month window that we've got, you know, it's going to be a really good time for manifesting.
So Jenna.
Yes.
I have a trial set for the 14th. my trial that's been going on for about a year. in my meditation, I actually saw the judge, which was kind of powerful.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the judge I wanted. So I requested a particular judge and I got her, and she actually came up in the meditation. So that was pretty cool.
That's, I have freaking chills from like all the way up my back and all the way around my arms and my neck. Not just my neck. Usually it's just my neck. So yeah, that's pretty powerful because, you know, the judge is, oh God, that's just such powerful energy anyway. So I'm not surprised that everything's been delayed this long.
Me neither.
It'll be interesting to see what comes out of it, right? Because it's like everything needed to be aligned to be perfect, and you've got the right judge and things are aligned. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out of it for you.
Well, yeah, and when I go back through all the astrology, it's all about closure within the last 7-8 years, and it is because that's when my divorce happened. And it's all full circle. It's pretty amazing when I read up and listen to everything.
Even though you wanted it to happen, you know, whenever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now why it couldn't have happened until now.
It's been postponed about 4 times.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised. So,
Yes.
I mean, that's
So,
just a testament
pretty cool.
to make sure that things are happening in the right time frame and not our time frame. Yes. Very cool. Exciting. Anyone else?
Jana?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw,
Wait,
I saw
Larissa, where is your video?
No, trust me, I'm with my son. I'm on the phone and I'm on, okay. No, but next time we meet, you know, it's, okay, we're good though, we're good. And Sharon, yes, I do have one. Anyway, I saw I saw a man on one side as you were talking through it, and the woman on the other, almost like the yin and yang separated. So he's on one side, she's on the other, but the two-horned goat transformed into a unicorn. And I saw what looked like sparkles, and then I could hear in the back, you may not know Tyler Perry, but I heard him say, "Taste the rainbow." So it was really good. It was good. Taste the rainbow.
I love it. Divine, I mean, just the full melding of divine masculine and feminine, you are so there. So there. I could totally see that happening. Wow.
Well done, Scorpio.
Okay.
Scorpio sister too. Yeah, sometimes I just like to participate in the meditations and not be talking, because I can go to pretty crazy places like that too. So yeah, but I love leading them too. It's just, I never know what's going to come up, so I don't want to.
What is her number for the year? Did she do a number? Did she do her number for the year?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, mine would be an 11, which is 2. So that heightened thing with relationships, and it makes a lot of sense with the types of stuff that I'm working with right now, which is tied to
Yep, divinely guided.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you are so on track right now.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm feeling it. Hercules.
Killing it. Love it. Sweet. All right. Anyone else? Questions, comments?
Hello, Jenna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Barbara.
Oh, good. This is my first time dealing with all this video thing. I see you, but my picture's not there. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm just like on a call. The main thing that I experienced in the meditation was that I saw like this huge tree, I guess, that I see in meditation, usually the roots going all the way down to the bottom. But then I felt that I was being held up in the top branches and being raised up into the sun. And I said, and being held. Almost, it reminded me a little bit like of King Kong, like when he grabs the woman and he's holding her. And I said, but I had that. So I don't know if what that means or whatever.
Okay. The question is, what does that mean to you? Like, how did you feel?
Well, I guess I felt that I was being uplifted and I was being supported, and I was being almost like blessed or something, if that makes any kind of sense. So
that would be the same thing that I would have said back to you. So you're right. You're right aligned with what I would have said too.
Okay. Yeah, that was great. Yeah. And I'm definitely going to use that thing. How does life get any sweet? I love it. I'm going to say it all the time.
Oh yeah, because we'll have to show you all the sweetening jar next time. I'm a mess. Hand over fist with a sweetening jar. Yeah, we'll do that next time.
You should call her.
Anyone else? Questions? Comments?
Heather.
Yeah, could I ask a question about the numbers?
Yeah.
I believe I'm a 1.
Okay, tell me.
So what was that again?
Month and date.
I'm sorry. All right, I'm November 25th, 1955.
Oh, I don't need the year because.
Oh, that's all right.
No, that's fine. Because we add the current year to it is how we're getting.
Yeah.
So you're going to add the 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 9 is a 21. You're going to be a 3 this year.
Say that again. I'm going to be a 3?
Yes.
Why? If I'm a 1, why am I a 3?
Oh, wait. Hold on. My calculator's doing weird stuff. Plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 9 plus 2 plus 1. You're a 3. So you add the 1 plus 1 is for month 11, right?
Yes.
And then you're going to add 2 plus 5 to that. Right, for your 25. And then 2 plus 1 plus 9 for 2019.
Okay. So I'm a 3.
Yep, so that's a 21, but then you add the 2 and the 3 together, which ends up being a 3.
And a 3 is, that stands for?
So your year, your birth, your the number of the year, and this year's numerology is the same. So this is about creativity. It's about manifestation. It's about the Holy Trinity. It's about, you know, the 3 sides of the triangle, creating a new foundation, all of those types of things.
God, that is so right on. Right on. Bring it, bring it, bring it.
I know. I feel the same way. I see those little links from the universe that I'm aligned with what I need to be when I get those type of messages. So I always love, you know, that's why I bring up a lot of different types of energy, because I never know what's going to resonate with somebody. For me, I resonate with all of it. But when I get validation like that, it's like, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking to do this year. Then to me, it helps me recognize that, yes, I am on track, because there will be moments that get knocked off track, right? And then you can tie back into, oh, but this is my year of manifestation. It's about creation. It's about, you know, my really following my divine guidance. So it really does help you stay more aligned.
Awesome. It's the year that I'm going to get out of my pajamas.
Love that goal. Okay, we want to see that happen.
I know, because I'm in them now.
Okay, I would be in mine too if I was not on video.
I know, and damn girl, you look good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Other questions or comments?
Jenna, I have a question. And I said, I'm number 11. So what does that mean for this year?
September 11th?
No, my birth date is 11/15 and then 2019. So when I added it up, it came to 11, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what does that mean for this year? I guess this is an 11 year for me.
Said November 15th?
Yes.
Because I get a 41 if I add all those weight. Hold on, that's not right. That can't be right.
No.
Plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 5. I get a 20 for you.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I mean, which is 11.
I guess I was
also.
okay.
Yeah,
I guess because I was adding 1 and 1, so that makes 2, and then 1 and 5, and that makes 6. So you add those 2 together, that's 8. Then you add 2, 0, 1, 9, so that ends up being 12. And then you reduce that to 3, and then 8 and 3 make 11. So is that not? Am I not adding it right?
You do 2019, so the 2,
yes.
The 1 plus the 9, 9, 10, 11,
yeah.
15. No, I'm still
maybe I made a mistake.
Yeah, I'm still getting a 2. I know, I'm like double checking it. I don't trust myself doing math in my head, even though I'm an accountant, you know? Ratio.
It seems to me, because I think I may have done the same type of thing, where I'm reducing the month, I'm reducing the date, I'm reducing the year. And then I add those together. And
just put a plus sign between every number.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you do it your way, then what does it reduce down to?
It's a 2.
Oh, okay. So what does that mean now?
So a 2 is about duality. It's about partnership. It's about collaboration. You know, anything related to relationships, those types of things.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you.
Jana, may I ask, mine is an 11, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, the month and the day.
8/27.
Okay, yep, you are an 11 because you're a 2/9. So the 11 energy, I'm really familiar with that because that's my overall life's path number is an 11. So this is the master psychic. It's a 2 amplified. So if you're in relationships, they're usually heightened, or you don't take crappy relationships, or if you do, then you need to get out of it because that doesn't serve your higher purpose. Mm-hmm. It's about really tuning into your intuition and honoring that, especially this year. So any of that resonate?
Oh, all of it does.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Very much so.
Anyone else?
Jenna, I have a question. I'm wondering if you could talk about 9. Mine is a 9.
So the 9 number is the last of the cycle, right? Before we start over with a 1. So this is going to be a year of completion for you. It's about tying up loose ends. It's about finishing up projects. It's about reflection on what you've done for the past 9 years, because you're going to start over with a new year, new you next year. So it really is about, there's a lot of completion that will probably be taking place in your life this year.
Great. Thank you.
Are you getting out of a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. Thumbs up.
Okay.
They're just like, okay, good, finally. But you know, you have to go through these cycles for a reason. Like I was in my 8-year marriage for a reason, even though it wasn't a good marriage, but it had to happen. So it was part of your growth and evolution, and it's going to help you in your next steps.
Got it. I also have this new moon running through my 8th and 9th house. So I wonder if you have anything to say about that.
So if it's an 8th house right now, so the moon is probably an 8th house, right? The sun would be in 9th.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 8th house relates to death and rebirth. It's about really cleaning house, right? So if I would get energy work done, I would, do whatever you have to do for self-care, but clear out the old, whether, I almost feel like you're moving to a new location. I don't know if that's true or if you're just emotionally moving to a different location. And it could just be like revamping your place and getting rid of stuff that reminds you of that relationship. The more you can do related to releasing the old and observing what's coming up emotionally, this will help you in moving forward.
Got it. I hope it's more just emotional moving, because I just moved in September, so I don't want to move again.
Yeah.
The emotional.
It's probably just the emotional, which is the Scorpio energy anyway of the 8th house. It's about transformation. So, make sure you're journaling a lot, because I feel like you're going to be supporting other people with what you've gone through in this relationship, in this transition, and it's going to support other people in what they're going into also.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm still waiting on my scooter. But it's coming.
I'm going to get into it. I got a new Bentley for Christmas, and I want Bentley to be sitting on my scooter. Bentley's my dog, but
yeah.
Every time somebody says, "What'd you get for Christmas?" it's like, "Mama got a Bentley." But now I want a scooter, so Bentley can sit on the scooter while I'm fueling around the beach. All right, should we wrap? That's a wrap.
Wait, can I ask one quick question?
Yeah.
It's weird. I'm talking to you on the phone, but I'm watching you on the Zoom because there's no microphone with my computer. So I'm hearing an echo. It's Randy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So it looks like my moon is almost on a cusp. It's almost on like the house line. It's like at the tail end of 7, and all the other things that are happening seem to be in the 8th.
Okay.
Is that?
Yeah, so that, I mean, that can so most of the stuff is transition for you is in the 8th house. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the moon, like it's the moon in my 7th house, but like inching toward the 8th, and then the sun and Pluto and Saturn are all happening in the 8th.
So for the next, so I look at the emotional piece because that's where the moon is, right? And that's what we're seeing this one. So it's going to be moving probably by tomorrow. It will be in the 8th house as well, just because it's fast. So, you know, if there's anything related to relationships that you need to tie up today, or partnerships, or you know, any collaboration or anything that needs to be resolved in the next 12 hours, I would take care of that and then focus on
no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. If you do it in the next 6 or 7 minutes, it'd be even better.
Right. I'll get right on that.
honor what you feel and what you can actually do, right?
Right. So, or at least set the intention to do it and move toward it, right?
Anything that I need to resolve at this time, that it easily gets resolved and I move forward with grace.
But then as it, so if it's going to, in 12 hours, be in the 8th house, does that change the motivation of everything?
Well, the energy is going to change because the 8th house relates to transformation. It's about death and rebirth. It's about
so can I still kill things off in the Well, you said try to tie it up now.
Kill it off, right? Because that's going to be really the 8th house energy, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and one more thing that I was unclear of. You do add the 2 for the 2019? It's not just 19?
Yes.
Okay.
You add all of the digits from your birth date, the month, and the current year. And just
so I did it wrong twice, and I came up with a 6, and then I did it what I think is right, and I came up with an 8.
Okay, tell me your birthday.
It's 8/24.
Okay, so we have 14, 15, 16, 17, so 26. You're an 8.
Okay, so I'm an 8 for the year, and all this stuff is happening pretty much in my 8th house right now. So 8 is my magic number.
Absolutely. And, you know, think about it. I mean, 8 for the houses is a little bit different than numerology, right? It is about information, but the number 8 to me is a number of infinity. So it's about receiving infinite blessings. It's about tying into infinite abundance and whatever that looks like. So if you can create mantras around, you know, wow, I'm receiving this infinite abundance every day of my life, right? Or infinite friendship, or infinite, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest.
Oh, I love it.
That will.
Infinite might have to be my word of the year.
My word of the year is effortless. Everything together effortlessly, and it does too. So it's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because infinite could still convey something. You know, it could be infinite woe.
Yeah, but if you're tying into like infinite abundance, because abundance doesn't have to be just money. It can be friendship.
But that's a good way to think of it. If my year is 8, I should definitely tie infinite into how I'm setting my intentions for the year.
Absolutely.
I love it. It's very synchronistic.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up for me, because first I added 24 and 19, got a 6. Then I added 2 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9, got a 6. And then I was like, oh, there's a 2. Not a 6, because I thought I was just destined to just stay a 6. But okay, I appreciate that. I was gonna listen to the replay to figure it all out, but I figured since I had you.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you asked. So perfect.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Any last questions? If not, those that want to leave can leave. We will stay on for a few minutes to talk about essential oils with the new year. So pop off if you're ready to rock, and if not, stay on the line.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. New Year, new moon.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to pull back up our essential oil chart.